I really wonder if some of what the BJP is saying about Bengal being a bloody, brutal place where, no one is safe, even if you're walking down the street, there is Gunda Raj. When you see this happen with the likes of Kailash Vijayvargiya, with the likes of JP Nadda, then people will wonder, Jayanta Ghoshal, whether what is being said is true, and the point that you made about who's the beneficiary, it actually goes to prove the point that the BJP has been seeking to drive home.
Rahul, actually, what you are saying, I completely agree with you, that this perception, it cannot be good for Bengal. It's antagonistic to the idea of development. But unfortunately, I just want to mention that, in the whole country, the political violence is highest in Bengal. Although there is no caste violence like UP and Bihar, there is no communal violence as such based on religion, but the political violence always it is highest in West Bengal. But I can tell you that Mamata Banerjee is never, keen to create an atmosphere what is actually not complimentary for him. Mr. Nadda ji हमारे जमाई बाबू है Bengal का. And everybody, personally, the people know him, that he is, highly connected with the Bengal culture and his family. So, it's not like that. In the blame game, in election, it's fair. Everything is fair in the situation of war, but not violence. So, I don't agree that Mamata Banerjee is sponsoring the violence to combat Nadda in his nephew's constituency. And Abhishek Banerjee, he has said today in a different rally in Hooghly that it's the expression of the discontent of the people. I personally, I think it should be controlled, and in future, now 6 months are there, whatever, be that as it may, the incident should not happen like this. I just only will take 1 minute that Mr. Modi, when he was Gujarat CM, he went to Calcutta for a debate in Calcutta Club. I think Shikha also can remember that day. Now Buddhadev Bhattacharya in ICU, I pray for his long life. He was chief minister, and that time Naxalites and SFI, they started demonstration. I was there. And I called Chief Minister Buddhadev Bhattacharya that this debate cannot take place. That was, then our organization. And Chief Minister said that he may be a BJP leader, but law and order is state subject, and I should protect Mr. Narendra Modi. It's a post-Godhra situation, but the Buddhadev Bhattacharya as Chief Minister performed the Raj Dharma and protected and told
but Mamata Banerjee should do the same then, in which case Mamata Banerjee needs to do the same. Sudhanshu Trivedi, the point that we are hearing from long-time observers of West Bengal politics is this, that violence is nothing new. Elections in Bengal are more violent than in any other state, and this has been happening from decades, starting from the 60s, and therefore don't make it seem as if it's happened only to you. Ye to hota rehta hai.
Yes, what Madam Banerjee has also said, that during Siddharth Shankar Ray's regime, they were trying to crush the left workers. When the left came in power, they tried to crush TMC. Now TMC came in the power, they are trying to crush BJP. But one thing is very significant: whosoever became the target of violence, they subsequently replace the regime. So this can be the first bell of departure of Mamata Banerjee. And one more thing, they should try to understand that now this is not the fight for only political power or the political independence of the common man of West Bengal. Now it is fight to restore the original great culture of West Bengal. And finally, I would like to say, ये चाहे कांग्रेस ने किया हो, लेफ्ट ने किया हो, टीएमसी पे आज टीएमसी कर रही है, याद रखिए एक शेर है कि जो शख्स तुझसे पहले यहां तख्त नशीं था, उसको भी खुदा होने का इतना ही यकीन था. अब अगर उसके बाद भी किसी को नहीं समझ में आ रहा प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंसेस से, तो फिर खुदा ही मालिक.
That's true, but that business about being the khuda if you're on the takht can be actually said about all governments all across the world. क्योंकि जब आप तख्त नशी होते हो, तब तो यही लगता है कि
single instance in any of the BJP government, even against those like Akbaruddin Owaisi, who has used such a dastardly words, still there was no instance of a single attack. Why it always happens in the opposition state and particularly West Bengal?
Bishwajit Deb, you have your hand up, but I'm out of time. If you've got a Urdu poetic counter to Sudhanshu Trivedi, go for it.
No, I don't. I don't have. But what I can say is, BJP should first of all try to play the role of a constructive opposition, not the role of a destructive opposition. Whatever they are doing now is nothing else but a destructive opposition, trying to take advantage of the entire situation by creating a situation of violence.
I leave it over there. You've heard from the big guns of the BJP. You heard from the spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. This is going to be a long, bloody, brutal battle. We're glad that at the end of the day, everyone's fine and well. This was, I mean, just imagine if you're in that car and you come under an attack of this nature, it can shake and rattle anyone. And Kailash Vijayvargiya is a seasoned campaigner, but you could see, there was anxiety writ large on his face, and that is only natural. We will track this.